Hi, my name is Corlin Bolster, and I'm here to present you with my speech in persuasion. This is the difference from looking one step back and one step forward. Recycling and reducing our consumer waste is the most significant act our society can embrace to reduce our society's impact on the environment and benefit the economy simultaneously. As it turns out, products made of plastic, fabric, metal, and even paper, basically all manufactured products, cause a lot of water and atmospheric pollution from acquiring, manufacturing, and distributing around the world. Much of the same kinds of pollution are generated in energy or from driving a car, which are the two other main contributors to our pollution. But we are a consumer society, so it's incredibly relevant to start thinking one step back and one step forward. And when is it not? According to the UN and our World Bank, the United States is about 5% of the world's population, but it generates 40% of the world's waste. In other words, it's in much of our own interest to become an unconflicted and self-supporting society. The most interesting thing about recycling our waste is it has calculable significance that takes out exertions from finding raw materials in nature. That's thinking one step back. Ever wonder why things are getting more expensive? Obtaining raw materials in many cases has become more difficult and costly. Recycling, which decreases consumer costs, also prevents chemical mining, drilling, and cutting down of existing resources. We all enjoy the environment. We are Alaskans. Far from most of what's going on and the worst, it's important to note that population has grown from under 1 billion to 9 billion in just 200 years. The first industrial factories emerged only in the late 1700s also. Solid waste has emerged in a shorter period, about 50 years only. Here's how much waste has accumulated. The Pacific Garbage Patch, a deep underwater island of garbage, is now 3 times the size of Texas, but not as beautiful as Alaska. One related resource example is fresh water, which is running out in many parts of the world, but is used in the production of almost every product sold in every market, store, lot, and website, and in the packaging. Even cleaning and recycling water doesn't restore it to its original quality, biological purpose, and location. It would be far better to require the production of less raw materials to conserve the water in natural systems. Often people are not sure how to calculate impacts. The biggest resistance that people have is they do not know how significant recycling is. But we know it takes oil and water to make plastics, trees and a lot of additional water to make paper, and it takes both to mine materials that we already have a lot of circulating in existence. Many products are recyclable, meaning are logical for societies to manage and reuse. Trash is either buried or polluting our oceans. People don't pay money for solid waste. We pay money to make it go away. Recyclables are desirable and pay for themselves. The difference is they come sorted. That's what's effective. They already benefit the society the moment they are recycled properly. This is my other prop. It's a hand. The movement isn't about empathy for the environment. It's about the logistics of a growing and intelligent species. Any fan of deducible logic and benefits to our society would appreciate all of it. However, it is difficult to ignore the ethics or not become emotional when the effects of not recycling and reducing waste is seen. Scientists have recorded environmental abominations in regard to wastefulness, including the starvation of several species of seabirds, who became full on plastics contaminating ocean diets and caused them to feel full and die from starvation. This happens to fish and mammals too. Industrial waste can cause mass extinctions in estuaries from toxic runoff and spills. It's all rapidly affecting the health and populations of the oceans. But moving on, petroleum oil is used to make new plastics. Those polymers are created easily, but nearly impossible to break down. But plastics are easily recycled to serve their industrial purpose, as well as metals, glass, paper, and cardboard. When we know how and when to recycle something before we buy it, that continues to serve several steps ahead. Everyone knows sustainable manufacturing to some regard, and some about how recycling is acting for our society and Earth. Not everyone will link this huge system together without a little information. Have a system yourself. This is the difference of becoming a self-supporting society that thinks one step both ways. Reducing and recycling is the top action society can do to simultaneously improve the environment and the economy. Thank you.